The walls they fought to claim now trapped them inside, and the enemy circles like wolves around wounded prey. What if I told you the bloodiest chapter of the First Crusade wasn't won by swords, but by hunger, betrayal, and a single whisper in the dark? Stay until the end, and I'll reveal how starving men found hope buried in the rubble. A symbol so powerful it turned broken soldiers into an unstoppable force marching toward the holy city. This is the untold story of Antioch. The road that broke them. You've been taught that wars are won on battlefields. But what if the real enemy isn't the one holding a sword, it's the road itself? After crushing victories at Nicaea and Dorylaeum, the Crusaders believed they were invincible. Knights, peasants, Normans, Germans, they all marched with fire in their hearts. But Asia Minor had other plans. The sun didn't just shine, it burned. The earth cracked like old bones. Water? Scarce. Shade? A memory. Columns, Normans here, Flemings there, Provenals somewhere else. No unity, no central command, just a fractured stream of humanity crawling across a wasteland. Them head on. Why bother? They poisoned wells, burned fields, drove livestock away. Every resource vanished like smoke. By night, jackals howled. By day, soldiers collapsed. Thousands of horses died. Armor rusted. Boots fell apart. Knights who once rode tall now limped barefoot, wrapping their bleeding feet in rags. But here's the twist. This brutal march forged something new. Not glory, not pride. Endurance. In those dust-choked camps where the last crust of bread was split between strangers, a different kind of army was born. Quiet, patient, bound by necessity, not nobility. By autumn 1097, this ragged coalition arrived at Antioch. Starving, exhausted, fractured, but still standing. So here's my question for you. What wins wars? One epic battle historians celebrate, or months of silent suffering that nobody remembers? Drop your answer below and hit subscribe, because what comes next will shock you. A massive city perched on slopes above the Orontes River. Walls stretching for kilometers. Hundreds of towers, each one a mini fortress. The Crusaders didn't have enough men to surround it completely. And Yagisayan's garrison? They knew every crack, every ravine, every secret trail. Supply caravans slipped in from Aleppo and Damascus under cover of darkness. Cavalry units ambushed Crusader supply lines. Every day Antioch stood was a defeat for the besiegers. Then winter arrived. Rain poured for weeks. The valley became a swamp. Horses sank to their bellies. Carts disappeared into mud. Camps smelled of rot and mold. Firewood became gold. Bread became a dream. Knights tried storming the walls with ropes and hooks. No siege engines, just raw courage. It ended in disaster. Boiling oil, stones, fire. Bravery couldn't replace engineering. So the commanders shifted strategy. Don't break the walls. Choke the city. They built wooden forts on hills. Blocked roads. Sent ambush parties. But progress was slow, agonizingly slow. And inside the command tents, chaos. Bohemond wanted power. Raymond wanted justice. Godfrey wanted piety. Robert wanted glory. They argued more with each other than they fought the enemy. Meanwhile, drums echoed from Antioch's towers. Signal fires blazed at night. The city lived. The besiegers were humiliated. But in that darkness, something invisible began stirring. A whisper. A negotiation. A secret that would change everything. Here's the question. Who really won this phase? The one defending the walls, or the one who understood cities fall to words, not weapons? Think about it. Let me tell you how empires crumble. Not from battering rams, not from armies, from one man, one conversation, one moment of weakness. May 1098. The siege was dying. So were the soldiers. Then Bohemond scouts brought news. There was a man inside. Firuz. A guard. A craftsman who once traded bronze and fabric. now trapped in service to Yagi Sion. He knew the walls, every guard rotation, every weak point, and he had a reason to betray. Negotiations happened in shadows, whispers exchanged through intermediaries, rain covered their footsteps, dogs barked, but no one suspected. Bohemond weighed the risk, trap or salvation. On the agreed night, everything hung by a thread. A small unit, no armor, swords wrapped in cloth, crept through a ravine. Water muffled their steps. Then, at the tower's base, a shadow. Firuz, one hand raised, a signal. The gate creaked open. Knights slipped inside. 2, 5, dozens. 3 guards fell silently. A torch flared the signal. The floodgates opened, bells rang, drums pounded. But chaos had already won. By dawn, Yagi Sion was dead. Antioch, the legendary fortress, had fallen. But not to strength, to patience, calculation. One whispered deal. They thought it was over. They were wrong. Dust clouds appeared on the horizon. Kerboga's army, from Mosul, Aleppo, Haran, fresh, fed, furious. The Crusaders, exhausted from the siege, now found themselves inside the city they just conquered, trapped. The hunters became the hunted. Kerboga's forces sealed every road. No supplies, no reinforcements, no escape. The siege began again, but this time, the Crusaders were starving behind stone walls. Knights counted grain like gold. Servants boiled grass in leather straps. Nobles fought servants over crumbs. Horses collapsed in the streets. Their hides were eaten. And from the citadel still held by Turkish forces, arrows rained down. Antioch itself became the enemy. Every day, hope faded. Priests whispered prayers. Commanders argued. Some wanted to surrender. Others wanted a suicidal charge. But then, something happened. Amid the ruins, beneath rubble and ash, they found it. A relic. Not a weapon, not treasure, a symbol. It didn't matter if it was real. What mattered was what it did. It gave them belief, structure, discipline. Suddenly, rations were distributed fairly. Guards stood watch without complaint. Forges rang again. Carpenters hammered shields. Order emerged from chaos, not because of miracles, but because discipline became hope, and hope became action. June 1098, the Crusaders made a decision. March through the enemy. Not around, not away. Through. They formed ranks, weak in the center, veterans on the flanks. Standards marked positions. Every soldier knew their role. At dawn, the gates opened. Kerboga's scouts couldn't believe it. An army that should have been dead was marching, in formation. The first clash was brutal. But the Crusaders didn't break. They moved like a machine. Step by step, shields locked, spears forward. Kerboga's coalition cracked. Syrians argued with Bedouins. Commanders shouted, but no one listened. By evening, the field was chaos. But the Crusaders? Still marching. Order defeated numbers. Discipline defeated strength. Who owns the spoils? The siege was lifted, but now a new battle began. Who controls Antioch? Bohemond claimed it by conquest. Raymond by oath to Byzantium. Others by blood spilled. The Byzantine Empire promised help, but never came. The alliance cracked, but from that fracture came clarity. They were alone, and they would finish this journey, not for emperors, but for themselves. They turned south, toward Jerusalem,